Welcome to How to Teach Journal Writing. Today we're going to talk about writing on the lines. There are many different kinds of paper that you could be given. You could be given paper like this that has only straight lines and so these blue lines that come across and a red line that comes straight down. You might also get paper that looks like this. This paper has a straight line, a dashed line, a straight line, a straight line, a dashed line, a straight line, which is different than just straight line. Another kind of paper that you might get has little spaces between the lines. As you can see, the spaces between these lines are much bigger than the spaces between these lines. And another type of special paper that some teachers like to use is just two lines that are straight lines, a blank space, two straight lines, and a blank space. And I'm going to teach you how to write on all these different kinds of lines. So the first kind of paper has this red line that comes down the side. Sometimes it's black or blue, but it's often red, and this line is called the margin. So we don't usually write on the left side of the margin. We do all our writing on the right side of the margin. And the blank space at the top is where you can write your header or your title. On this page, I'm going to write the date at the top. So I'll start by writing the date. Now, can you see that all of my letters are sitting on the line? But they're not ridiculously tall. They're nice and spaced out. I'm going to jump over a line and I'm going to start writing on this line here. Now, when we're writing on this line and when you have a paper that's got these kinds of lines in primary, we want you to use 3 lines together. So I'll show you what I mean. This line is the bottom line. Think of it as the ground. This line is the middle line. It's like when you sit on a chair. That's the middle line. And this line is the top line. It's like the top of your head. So if I'm going to write, I want to write a story. So I would be a capital because it's the start. And then I'm going to leave a finger space and write want. I want, finger space, to. Now, I'm not sure if the word write is going to fit there. That's not a big enough space. So I think I'm not going to guess and have to erase. I'm going to go down to the next. I go down 2 lines. Write a story. And I'm going to put a period at the end. Now, another thing I want you to know is the I is close to the margin and the next line is close to the margin. Try to start the line close to the margin so you don't waste space. The next kind of paper we're going to use is called interlined paper because you have a top line, a bottom line, and then in between you have a dashed line. It's in between the lines, so it's interlined. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to write what I wrote on the last page, and I'll even bring it out so you can see it. I'm going to write that on this page. So at the top, I'm going to write the date. Something to notice about my writing as well is that my tall letters are all the same height and my short letters are all the same height. So this is the top of my head, this is when I sit on a chair, and this is my feet. This is the ground. Some letters, like the P, have feet that dangle down. You can see over here on story that the Y dangles down too, his feet are hanging down. Now I'm going to start my story. I want to write a story. So, starting, because there's no margin on this paper, I'm going to start close to the edge. And I don't think story's going to fit over here, so I'm going to put it directly underneath the I. And the period. Just like on this paper, we have the top line, which is like your head, the middle line, which is like the chair, and the bottom line, which is like the ground, and then the Y has his feet dangling down. This type of paper only has 2 lines and a blank space. This is the chair and this is the floor. There is no head. So if I'm going to write the date, I don't have a line at the top to write it, so I'm going to write it in between these 2 lines, like this. So that's how you write on these lines. I'm now going to write, I want to write a story. My capital I is tall. Period. This paper has lines that are close together. So that means my writing is going to be smaller. It also has a margin, but you can see that this margin is black. It's not red. That doesn't matter. It's still a margin. I still have space at the top. I'm going to write the date at the top. So now you can see the date is at the top. I'm going to start my story, but just like on this story, I'm going to jump down, move my ceiling or my head from here down to here so that it's easier for me to get the words in. So I'm going to leave a blank space, and this line here is going to be my head. So I, finger space. I don't think the word story is going to fit there, and so I'm going to move it down over here. As you can see, we have the ceiling, the chair, and the floor, just like on the others.